Hey, what's up, everybody? So today we had the New York Comic Con Funko reservations for the public, and it was pretty much impossible. I'm in a couple different Facebook groups. No one really got one. Few people here and there. And listen, so there's obviously groups out there. There's Discord groups, and I don't know exactly how it all works because I've never really looked into it. And these groups that get these links that take you right to the checkout. And I heard that some of it worked, some of it didn't work, and it's kind of a mess. And I don't know if these cons, I don't know how much they care about who really gets them, right? And but when you see on different groups in Twitter and everything else, when you see people who have supposedly 8, 10, 15 different reservations throughout the whole week, it gets super frustrating. So I used to be one of those people too. I started going to cons pretty regularly starting in 2016 when the reservation system started. It used to be lotteries. It used to have to stand in line. They tried so many different things to make it fair. So with that being said, I feel like maybe they should care more about who's actually getting in these lines. And, again, if you're a person who does end up getting these backdoor links, listen, more power to you, man. I mean, if it's going to be allowed, then sure, go for it. I know some people charge upwards of $200 for these links, and I've seen them up to $600. And this isn't a video to sit here and complain about it. Again, if you have the ability to do that, go for it. Fun days. I know I was upset about fun days. I didn't get those, and I ended up going on to eBay and bought them. And was it worth it? Yeah, I mean, I was able to go, had a great time, and met some people, and it was fun. And I was able to sell some of the Funko Pops off to make that money back. So I ended up going for free in the long run. But again, I'm buying the tickets. They were a lot of money. And again, it's just frustrating. And I've gotten a ton of comments and a ton of questions about why. And again, the reason is because whoever is able to get these links to basically take you right to the checkout area, and you don't have to wait for the little green running man. That's the reason why. For example, I had 15 tabs open today, and my wife had 4, so we had 19 opportunities, and the fastest one I got in on was at 19 minutes, and at that point they were already sold out. So if you didn't get them, and I know I made a video about a week ago or so on some tips and tricks. Listen, that's all I know how to do. Unless you're willing to pay between $200 and $600, and you know someone who knows someone who knows someone to get you this backdoor link, listen, more power to you. It's fine. I mean, I am not mad at these people. Like, I understand, man. It's all a game, and we're all in it to make a few bucks. And listen, if you're selling to 30, 40 people and you're making $200 a pop, like, I have no ill will against you. My disappointment comes from these enormous corporations that run these cons. So yeah, I'm talking about New York Comic Con, Showclix. It's all based through that Showclix links. And listen, I mean, San Diego Comic Con. Listen, you guys aren't out of the conversation either, because it's basically the same system. This is how they got fun days. Now, as far as Funko booth, they run the lottery still. I've never won the lottery in San Diego Comic Con. My wife won, I think it was a signing one time, and that's it. And again, I guess at that point, it's just like it's luck of the draw. But this reservation system, I mean, there's a reason why I go to New York Comic Con every single year, and every single year, it's like, oh, I recognize him, I recognize her, I recognize him. It's the same people. It really is. And luckily enough, I'm able to get into the booth once in a while, do it through different routes and waiting in line or whatever. But I have won the reservations once, and that was I think 2 years ago, and that was the first year that this was all brand new, and that was also when Fright Night was there, and I was able to get that as well. And but again, I think that once it goes public, then this is when people find out how to do it or figure out how to do it. Again, I am not a tech savvy guy as far as bots and as far as creating these links and hacking and stuff like that. And again, I got a lot of pushback today for some of the stuff I put on Twitter. Again, no ill will against those people. Like I appreciate them reaching out to me. I do. I'm just not the kind of person that's going to pay that much money to just go have an opportunity to shop. And again, I mean, you never are guaranteed a time spot. I mean, yes, I saw a bunch of people said saying they got all 4 days, 10 o'clock, because they're obviously going to go sell all that, and I get it. Like I get it. And I don't begrudge anybody for making money. I just don't. I work extremely hard at my job, and I come home and I sit here at the computer for 6 to 7 hours making YouTube videos, and it's my choice. I understand that, but I work very hard for what I have and what I do, and you know. But again, so I get it. Like I get it. Unfortunately, the way the world is, it's all about money. It just is. I mean, I don't know, but again, I just it's just very disappointing that they cannot figure out. And when I say they, I'm talking about Showclix and New York Comic Con, Reed Pop, whoever actually sets up the system, because there's so many different companies that are part of this. I just don't understand how there's not a better way and how they can't figure something out. And will it always be hacked? Maybe. Again, I don't know how it all works. I really don't. But I just wanted to make a quick video. Again, it's not complaining that I didn't get it. It's complaining that I feel bad for everyone else because I kind of know the in and outs to a point, and this is why you did not get it. There's reasons why in a couple of the Facebook groups, literally we saw like a couple people say that they got it, and everyone else is like, I missed again. I missed again. I've been going since 2016. I never been there. Never gone to the booth. At this point, we have the panels next week. I know someone made a comment today on the other video saying they need some tips and tricks for the panels and the exclusive autographs. Listen, man, it's the same process. It just is, unfortunately. Hopefully, there won't be as many people using these backdoor links or whatever. And but it's basically just all you can do is open up some tabs on different browsers, and you just hope your guy runs. I mean, that's unfortunately the only way to do it unless you're willing to dish out the money. And again, you'd also need to know somebody. I just want to say that I'm sorry you couldn't get it. It stinks. It really does. Um, I'm disappointed. My wife, was doing it during her job today, and it's first of all, I think it's awful to do it on weekdays. I really do. Like people don't work. I think that's number one. I think that's awful. This should all be done on the weekend, and not that people don't work on the weekend. I get it, they do, but this stuff to do it in the middle of the day on a work day, I think is pretty awful. I guess that's all I have to say. It's very, very frustrating. And, when I got a bunch of subscribers, messaging me saying, oh, this is ridiculous. Your tips and tricks didn't work. Listen, I know I did it. My wife did it. We both tried and we struck out. And it's hilarious. I was sending her pictures of all the screens, and I said, these guys aren't even moving. And sometimes I think that in the first couple minutes of this type of drop or this type of reservation system, that it's like they kind of sort you. But after like 5 minutes, when you already see people on Twitter saying in and out, you're none of your guys have moved. I know what's going on. Like everyone's just jumping the line. So I don't know. it's frustrating. I don't know what can be done. You know, what I find really frustrating is, you know, New York Comic Con, I'm tweeting at them and they're just deleting my tweets. Anytime I mention the word backdoor link or jump in the line, they just delete them. And again, this is what makes me feel like they just don't care. And I understand it's probably just a social media guy. You know, it's some guy probably working from his house and he's just tweeting things out. And he probably doesn't want to be bogged down with that kind of stuff, because then it just starts negative conversations. And it's not really me to start a negative conversation. That's not why I do it. I do it because I want people to know why you did not get it. And this is the majority of the reason why. So all I could say is you guys can try again Thursday. You know, the only other thing you could try would be to try to get those VIP tickets. But now you're talking about having to spend money for the super fan, and, you know, I don't know, or buying secondary market, which I'm sure they're jacked up pretty good there. It stinks. But just know, listen, the final thing I'll say is, just because you didn't get the Funko booth doesn't mean you're not going to have a great time at New York Comic Con. You will. You know, there's plenty of other things to do. Like, and honestly, guys, New York Comic Con Funko Pops, for the most part, they don't hold the value that people think they do. There's some, you know, Captain Rex from what was that, 17 or something, or 18? I can't remember what year that one came out. And sure, that one is definitely held, but even that one has dropped in price over the last year and a half. So I mean, it's not like, if you really, really want one, if you wait, I'm telling you, just wait a week or so, 2 weeks. I know we always get that fear that, oh, if I don't get it now, I'm not going to get it. Listen, if you're willing to pay 60, 70 bucks for it, just buy it. Who cares? Just buy it. If you only want one or two, just buy it. You know, just do it. You know, it's still cheaper than buying the link. Now, granted, yeah, you can't like go resell, make money back. And that's obviously why people do this. But, you know, I mean, obviously I resell Funko Pops too. Like, everyone does it. If you're a collector, this is what you do. You know, and what I do, I resell to either pay for things that I've had to pay for. Like, for example, Fun Days. I resold some of those that I don't collect to pay for the tickets that I had to pay. I mean, again, it was a steep price. But I just wanted to make a quick video. I doubt I'm even going to edit most of this. And I just want to say, listen, I'm here with you. I understand completely. And listen, we got San Diego Comic-Con tickets coming up this Saturday. I will be live. It's the same situation, guys. It just is. All you could do is get your browsers, get as many as you know, open up a window on each one of them, and you just see what happens. But again, all of these backdoor links will be in that as well. Hopefully just not as much, because there's no reselling. You know, that's the thing. If you are trying to resell them, of course you're going to have more people. You know, for San Diego Comic-Con, you know, your hope is that maybe you got a few people doing this, but like basically we all have a kind of an even shot, because you can't resell these. At least you're not supposed to resell these. I've definitely heard of people doing it, but I know you can get basically banned from San Diego Comic-Con if you do it. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Let me know if you have any questions. I will be live on Saturday, 11:30 a.m. trying to get San Diego Comic-Con tickets. I'll see you then. And again, thank you for watching. And before I get out of here, I just want to say it one more time. I do not begrudge anyone for making money. If you are a person who paid or create these links or do whatever you do to do this, listen, I can't say anything. I get it. I do. I understand. It's a money-making game. I can be frustrated. I'm allowed to be frustrated. But again, I have no ill will against you. You do you. My issue is with these bigger companies that know this happens and they don't do anything about it. That's what's frustrating. And this is me putting them on alert, because I think I'm sick of it. And I know a lot of people are sick of it, because the regular person who doesn't want to dish out $200, $400, $500, $600 just to get the link are missing out. And again, this is why, again, the people are frustrated. Anyway, guys, don't forget to keep those heads on, and I'll see you guys in the next video.